Johnny, very excited to be talking to you today about our technical co-founder persona profile for FutureSight Ventures. I was hoping to get an insider's understanding of what an ideal technical co-founder for FutureSight Ventures looks like. So let's get into the conversation today. Very first question that comes to my mind when I think of a technical co-founder is what does an ideal technical co-founder or a CTO for a future site venture, look like? Who are they? Can you walk me through the persona, background, track record, and how they think, and yeah, a little bit of your thoughts around that?
So at FutureSight, because we're building software ventures, and in particular AI business applications from the ground up, uh, it will be advantageous to have someone that has already built zero to one products. So what I mean by that is when literally there's nothing, there's no requirements, there's no team or of business analysts that hands them the requirements. They literally have to talk to the customers, they have to talk to industry experts, and come up with the initial version of the product. So, someone who has done that before, someone who has dealt with a lot of ambiguity, because as you can imagine, during that process, there is a high level of noise where they have to decipher signal from. Obviously, they have to be, they will be working with a co-founder. So uh, we are looking for someone that is easy to work with, that has what we call the strong opinions, loosely held. So we're looking for someone with good taste, which is a word that gets thrown around a lot these days in the AI world. And what that means is that they have a certain perspective um, of the world and how AI is going to accelerate that and enable this new possibility that wasn't possible before. Um, they they are someone that has real world industry experiences because someone who has no experience is going to be very difficult for them to communicate and interview customers. And also the ability to zoom out and zoom in of a problem
I
because
see.
a lot,
Interesting.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So someone who is a generalist, but with the capacity to dive deep into an area and become an expert.
Love that. Thank you for sharing that perspective. So, what I understand from this is like really scrappy early stage co-founding journey.
Mhm.
Definitely looks like the definition of it. Um, okay, so let's move on to the next one. You did mention we build from the ground up, we build from day zero. What does it take to build from scratch? Like what temperament, what does the willingness to roll up your sleeves and actually build, what does that mean on a day-to-day basis? What does this mean in terms of, for people who are used to sort of bigger organization, later stage teams, maybe engineering leaders who have managed big teams before, what does it mean for them?
So for bigger teams and people who have been involved with later stage products, one thing that's going to be very different is for a later stage product, a lot of the directions has already been set in motion. So
Mhm.
a lot of the times you're sort of optimizing a smaller piece of the puzzle rather than uh, creating an entire new puzzle altogether, creating a new solution, creating new tools. And there's a certain aspect where you kind of, during the discovery process, you're constantly discovering and throwing things away that might not happen at a later stage or at a bigger team or a more established product. So that is one thing that um, might require a mental shift from the person if they're at that type of environment. We've seen that before where people are they've worked at a very successful company or they've grown it and but they kind of miss the earlier days when they could iterate quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Yeah, but we have also talked to other people that are they're very comfortable with being the expert of this like very well-defined smaller piece, and in that case, it's going to be quite difficult because well there's nothing for you to start with to optimize.
I see. So interestingly, very different paths. And what I'm hearing you say is that for someone who's used to larger later stage teams, this could be quite a bit of a change to sort of be this early on in the journey and think of like the bigger picture and not just one part of the product or one new feature or something like that. Great, that's good to know. One of the questions that's probably the most relevant right now is what does AI forward or AI first mean in a technical co-founder for us or for you, or from a future side perspective? And how would you, being sort of a technology and product leader, how would you tell the difference between someone who just talks about AI versus someone who's genuinely builds every day with the AI tools?
Yeah, so we are seeing new innovation pretty much every single week. We see new models, we see new techniques and new tools. So is the people that we're talking to, are they getting their hands dirty? Are they experimenting? Are they trying out new things all the time? There's a joke in our circle where people are losing a lot of sleep because they they are feeling this psychosis because they feel that the moment that their AI agent is not doing work for them, they're kind of losing out. They're not learning fast enough. So um, they have to have this experiment mindset where they're constantly trying new things, uh, reading up on the latest releases, um, looking at industry news, and also do they have a perspective on how AI can be levered?
I
And
see.
what I mean by that is like from their point of view, what does AI make obsolete, or what does AI accelerate?
Mm-hmm. So that judgment, basically.
Yeah.
I see. Very interesting. Um, so all of this also sort of takes me to how do we assess for this at FutureSight? Like, how does a technical co-founder or CTO assessment take shape here? What are our stages, processes, and why are these stages important as we look at the right co-founding partner for our ventures?
Yeah, so uh we love building, so that's why building with AI, building with new technologies. So that's why we generally bring people in to have virtual coffee with us, with partners of the firm, with the team. And then we also build a small project with them and look at the work, because there's nothing that beats looking at someone's work to understand their approach, and a lot of the times, there's no sort of like right or wrong way of doing things. There's just a
Yeah.
perspective. We also go through whiteboard exercises virtually, just to have that two-way communication so that we can give them a problem on the spot to understand how they think through a problem, how they solve a problem.
Amazing. So it seems like a very thorough process. But can you also talk a little bit about if I am a technical co-founder CTO, like what kind of information is shared with me during this process? How do I get to know, FutureSight side of things or what FutureSight is building or how we are thinking about building? Maybe, what does the conversation with you look like when they are talking to you?
Yeah, so we just when we have that virtual coffee, generally we just talk about our past, what the person has built before,
I see.
what they're excited about. So we just kind of go through what we talked about to figure out sort of the person's mindset when it comes to solving problems. any challenges that they faced before, what gets them excited, their perspective on AI. Yeah,
Hmm,
yeah. But based on their previous experiences.
I see. Okay. If someone's watching this, there's a potential technical co-founder, CTO, who's thinking about, setting on their next journey, co-founding journey, and they want to do it with FutureSight. What questions should they be asking themselves? Like, how will they know if they're ready for this journey with us?
Yeah, so they should ask themselves whether they're excited about AI. I think that's the obvious one.
Of course, yeah.
Um, yeah, but I think there's like difference to the excitement level. I think some people just kind of look at it and go, "Oh yeah, it's just another technology." We think it's a very exciting technology. It might be as exciting as if electricity is being invented.
Amazing.
And
One
that
way to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that so imagine if there was no electricity and now electricity has been invented. What are you going to do in your next 7 to 10 years? Are you just going to be on a sideline and allow like other people to invent new things, and you simply be a observer or user of that eventual innovation, or you want to be a part of it? Do you want to dedicate your next 7 to 10 years solving a problem for an industry that we have a lot of different ventures all ongoing all the time. We bring in different talented founders to pair them with the CTO. So if that is something that they want to be involved in at the ground level, then that is something that they should think about.
Great, love it. Okay, so if a potential technical co-founder is ready to take this plunge based on what you just said, and they identify that, yeah, they are excited about this journey, what should they do next?
Yeah, so they should definitely apply. They can get in touch with us on LinkedIn, send us emails or if they have any questions. We're very excited to talk to as many people as we can. As you know, we're trying to get our calendars
Absolutely.
filled to talk to technical co-founders who are excited about the future of AI.
Amazing. Great. Is there anything else you would want to add, Johnny, beyond what we just discussed, specifically addressed towards technical co-founders, builders who are thinking about what they want to do next or what they want to co-found next or with who?
Yeah, so I want to reiterate on the point that we are very, very excited about this new technology. This is so early that opportunities to me, they're everywhere. I'm so excited to get up every single day, working on AI and on these different ventures that we have going on and will also create in the future. If you haven't looked at AI deeply because of for whatever reason, maybe you're just too busy, I do encourage you to look at this technology and to see if this is something for you, to see if you have the technical chops, perhaps from previous experiences, that you want to apply that problem solving, the analytical mindset, the intellectual challenges that you want to face, then this is something that you want to look at. Um, yeah, so that's it.
Amazing. Great. Thank you for sharing all of your thoughts, Johnny. Really appreciate it.